St. Mary's girls hockey state championship game coming up this Sunday night. But last Sunday night, you guys were in the semifinal game. And Kelly, tell us about what your takeaway is from the Billerica-Chelmsford game.
I feel like we came out a little bit nervous, jitters, but like after the first period, we realized we needed to wake up a little bit and that we just need to go out there and have fun and support each other and back each other up. And once we started putting them in the net, then we realized like this is our game. We want to go to the Garden. We want to do this for Frank. Like our coach hasn't been in this position as a team. Like everyone just wants to go to the Garden, and us especially, we haven't done it in 10 years. So it's like huge for us to be able to start throwing them in the net and just be like, this is our game. We're dominating it.
Jenna, I don't know what you can add to that. I mean, that's pretty much the response, isn't it?
I mean, kind of the same thing, just like wrap it up. I mean, coming into the game, we're obviously like nervous, but I feel like a few shifts in, we really stepped it up. And then towards the end of the game, like we never really hung our heads or anything when they scored, and we just had confidence in ourselves the whole game. So.
Well, speaking about pressure, in goal, Ange, I mean, that's where it's really at. And man, when it's a tight game like it was until very late in the game, a lot of pressure. So tell us about what you're thinking back in nets.
I mean, obviously it was a 3-goal game for me, and that's only the second time I've let up 3 goals this season, but I was confident in my team, and I was confident in them being able to get back and score those. I mean, 6 goals is crazy in a playoff game. So, I mean, the pressure was definitely there in the first period, but I think once I kind of settled in, I was confident in what my team could do and not kind of worried about myself, but just worried about our team doing what we needed to do to get to the next game, and that was what we did. We did a good job of scoring those goals when we needed to and making sure we didn't hang our heads. All
right, just one loss on the whole season. So let me start with you on the second question here. So what was a key game for you guys this year, do you think?
I mean, I think our Notre Dame game, the second game, was a big key one for us because that was the first time a team scored 2 goals on us pretty quick. And I think instead of like backing down and hanging our heads, we did a great job of coming back and being like, we're not losing this game, we're going to go win this game no matter what. So I think that really gave us a boost of confidence going to the playoffs because we knew we could come back from a deficit.
You know, I'm just thinking here, that Sunday game really blew up your goals against average, didn't it?
I know, it did.
I mean, come on.
It's okay, as long as we get to the Garden. I don't care how we get there.
How about your thoughts on a big game this year?
I think I side with Ange on this one.
Yeah.
NDA, really. I mean, it just really showed us like how good we can handle like pressure and just being down those 2 goals. I mean, we never really gave up or anything, and I just had confidence in my team, and everyone else had confidence, and we never hung our heads, so we just came back. Yeah.
All right. Kelly, you're going to come up with another game for me, right?
Yeah, so I think Archie's for sure was a big one because it was our first loss of the season. We were ranked number 1 Division 1. They were ranked number 1 Division 2, and we went into that game knowing that it was for the CCL title, and then it ended up going back-to-back game. It was 3-2 loss in overtime, and it was honestly a good experience for us because it humbled us and it told us like, all right, like people can't beat us. We are a beatable team. Like we need to use this as a wake-up call, and this is it. Like if we want to win, we need to realize like you have to lose before you win to succeed.
All right, this is the segment now where you're going to talk about each other. So Kelly, tell me about Jenna here.
She's a great kid. I mean, Jenna and I first met each other freshman year. We weren't really close, but watching her play, like I honestly looked up to her, just like seeing that she's been here since 6th grade and been playing on varsity and really just dominating out there. She's a good leader. She puts the puck in the net. She shows us how we need to like move as a team. We're a family. Like her dad being one of the coaches also helps. It just shows that like their bond is like undescribable, and like the way he speaks about her and just her like motives out there, it's just unreal. Like Jenna and I now have like gotten actually really close, and like you wouldn't think it, like you would just be like, oh yeah, they're friends, but like before every game, like we have our little rituals, and it's just awesome playing with her. Like we have so much fun. It's just like I look at her and I laugh. Like we just like know how to like make it fun on the ice. It's just, I'm gonna miss it. It's awesome.
All right, Jenna, now you tell me about Ange. What can you tell me about her?
I mean, obviously coming in as a little 7th grader, I mean, me and Ange really bonded really fast, and she was my best friend and still is really. And just seeing her like confidence and the way like she had to work from like being a low goalie to like what she is now being unbelievable. It's just kind of awesome, and just watching like her game grow and her confidence, and it's just unbelievable, and I have so much confidence in her now, and I know she's going to do great.
All right, Ange. Now it circles back around. You're not out of the loop here. You're not out.
I know.
You're still up. You're still up here. Tell us about Jenna here.
Jenna, I mean, like she said,
Kelly. I'm sorry, Kelly.
Oh,
My mistake.
I could say a lot about both of them, but Kelly, me and her, like she was saying about Jenna, you wouldn't think like we were best friends on ice, but we've gotten very close over the past 4 years. Yeah. I met her freshman year, but Kelly's a person who does the little things that go unnoticed. She gets those pucks on the boards, really works her butt off to get things done on the ice and off the ice. She's a great leader in the locker room. She says what she needs to be said when I don't want to speak all the time, so she really steps up in that way. And I know me and Jenna have loved having her as captain this year, but yeah, she does the little things that go unnoticed, and when we need big things from her, she delivers.
Yeah. Well, Kelly's not afraid to talk. I've learned that here very quickly here. So Kelly, now this is our shout out here to some of your other teammates here on the team, and we can go back and forth on this and add to this list here. But who do you want to give a shout out to? A couple of players, teammates of yours.
The youngest player on our team right now is a 7th grader. Her name is Vanessa Hall. She came in and everyone was kind of like, all right, she's not the biggest kid, like she's kind of small, but she's in 7th grade and she is starting on the varsity team, and she's like unbelievable. She gets the puck out of the corners. Like, I trust her 100%. If I'm on the wall and I can't, like, if I lose the puck, I'm like, oh no, it's gonna be a two on one. I'm like, she's got it. Like, I trust her. She dominates on the ice. She's just honestly like a great kid on and off the ice.
Yeah. How about yourself, Jenna? Who might you single out, a player or two?
I think Tia. Her game has really stepped up a lot, especially in these past few games. We've really relied on her, and she scored some pretty big goals for us. Really put a spark in us too. So I think that was just a big thing, and she's just off the ice too. She's just a great teammate and supports everyone.
Ange?
I mean, I don't think I could single anyone out, but I would say just my whole defensive crew in front of me. I mean, Casey, Haley, Regan, Abby, all of them have done an unbelievable job in front of me, and I couldn't be where I am this season, or this team couldn't be where we are right now without those defensemen. They've done a great job of like clearing out front of the net, just doing the simple things that defensemen, stay-at-home defensemen do. So I think Casey, Haley, my whole defensive crew, Abby and Regan have done a great job this year into getting us where we are now.
Anything else you guys want to share with us about St. Mary's hockey?
We're a family. I mean, we do everything together on and off the ice. Every time we see each other, it's just like, oh my God, there's my teammates. Like, we just have so much fun.
That you can't find anywhere
You can't find it anywhere else. And honestly, like, coming to St. Mary's was probably the best decision. Like, playing on this team, it's just like every time we step on the ice or even go into the locker room, like, we're having laughs constantly. Like, it's a great experience. Like, the coaching staff behind us is just awesome.
You know, so now you guys are going to have to be friends for the next 30, 40, 50 years, right? I mean, come on.
For sure.
I can't wait for these 2 weddings. I better get